What is up, guys? It's West Coast Ninja back with another video. Now, I've been playing a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn lately as it just came to PS Now, and it's tons of fun. I've fallen in love with the game, and I'm almost platinum, 2 trophies away from getting there, and I decided why not do a little tips and tricks video on some of the cauldrons that you need to go through in the game. Now, for those of you that don't know, cauldrons are special dungeons in Horizon Zero Dawn, and they're marked on your map with blue triangles. And for the most part, they're pretty easy. Some of the dungeons can get a little tedious and it can get a little confusing at times, but it's not too hard. Primarily, what gets difficult are the boss battles, which is why we're going to be discussing that specifically. Now, walking into these boss battles, I found a pretty easy strategy after dying quite a few times, and if you just lie a wealthy amount of bombs, like you stack that field up, you surround those beasts with an ungodly amount of bombs, then when you override the control and you need to face off with them, all you need to do is just bait them towards the bombs, and most of them will die fairly quick. You'll see the Snap Moth, for example, which is the first boss we're going at, and he gets fucking wrecked. Let me tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure when you walk into these bosses, you have a wealthy amount of bombs, and you can go in and just line that bitch up. Surround it with unconsensual explosions. Now with Cauldron Sigma, it is pretty comparable to the first one with the Snap Moth, so really just make sure that you line up the field with a wealthy amount of bombs. Like, look at all those goddamn bombs. So good. And then override the system, drop down, and just run the boss into the bombs, and that's it. The bellow back will get destroyed fairly quickly. Now, I'm not going to show the whole battle because it is quite lengthy. They could all be in their own videos with just the boss battles. So just make sure when you're walking into these bosses that you have full health items, you have full bombs, supplies everywhere, and you have all the wealthy different varieties of arrows that you need. I'm serious, be fully maxed out, because if you're not, you're going to get wrecked. Now, Cauldron Zeta is going to be the only boss that will be a little more difficult. You can't just stack all the bombs around him and just expect that Thunderjaw to go riding in and exploding everywhere. But he's still not that difficult to beat. One thing that I did not do that I would highly recommend is have Tear Blast arrows, as well as having precision arrows, because the Tear Blast arrows will be able to knock off all of the components fairly quick, while the precision arrows will do a healthy amount of damage. Now, in starting this battle with the Thunderjaw, really just line him up, have him run into all the explosions. After you run out of explosions, you can continue trying to drop them, but I would highly recommend switching over to the Tear Blast arrows, use those, take off those disc launchers, and then go in with some precision arrows and just wreck this boss. Now, as I said, this is going to be the lengthiest boss battle. He's not just going to roll over like all the other bosses, so really just make sure you have enough resources, enough materials, and enough dedication and time to take this beast out. And that's about it. These bosses really are pretty simple to do, and it is one of the requirements if you want to try and go platinum on this game. Let me tell you, it is going to be on the next easy platinum list as well, because it is not that hard to go platinum. It's just very lengthy. You'll need to put in a lot of hours, but hopefully this helps for all of you trying to figure out how to beat these bosses if you struggled like I did in the beginning. And yeah, I hope all of you guys have a beautiful day, stay safe, and stay healthy.